morning. How you boys doing today, huh? I got an apple for you, but it's in the van. I'll bring it up to you a little bit later, okay? You guys doing all right? Yeah, good to see you again. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Haven't been up to the farm in a while. And you know what's crazy about it? It's going to be 70 degrees today. First week of December. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But everything's looking good. It's nice and sunny. A little bit breezy, but the bottom line is that this is just some weird weather, bro. Weird. The old truck, yard art. Yeah. God, it feels like I haven't been up here in about a month. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's well. Yeah, I haven't been up here in a while. November was an incredibly busy month for me. I'll lie to you not. As you can see from all the videos, I did a lot of painting, some power washing, a lot of stain work, putting up Christmas lights, just everything you could possibly imagine. I even had to cut some bushes for a lady so she could hang her Christmas lights up. And I'm back here at the farm, basically just bringing back a couple of pieces of equipment, no big deal. The old van. It went in for its first service. And I was able to get enough of this rubber matting to completely line the floor. And I'm gonna tell you, this really helps out a lot. It's really thick stuff. You get this stuff at Tractor Supply. Basically about $39 a piece. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 pieces in here. And I just cut them to fit. See? Just cut them to fit. And then I went and bought one of these big rubber trays. It just holds that cooler in place and other stuff, you know, just that way it doesn't go rolling around. But it's a much better concept with this rubber floor. Much better. It's even quieter when you ride. I don't know if it dampens the sound, what it does, but it does. All right. This is the mat I had. This is the cheaper, thinner stuff. You get this at Lowe's. I mean, it's okay. But you know what? It's so light. What happens is it slides around, and when you put equipment on it, the mat doesn't stay put. You know, it's just too lightweight, and you can see where it took a big chunk off when I was pulling out one of my pieces of equipment. See, this stuff tears real easy too. So, you know, for the money, they're okay. This is more for standing on, not for equipment. All right, I got to keep the blower in here because I do have a contract every month that I have to blow down the parking deck, which of course is a big project. So keep coming back and forth here every time to do that is not worth it. I gotta get rid of some of this stuff, man. I mean, I've got so much hand tools, power hand tools, from when I was in the landscaping business. I mean, just too much. Chainsaws, I got 3 chainsaws. I got 3 bush cutters. I got 4 lawnmowers. I got lawnmowers all over the damn place. And I'm never gonna use these again. That's the thing. And then I got another one stashed in here somewhere. But yeah, a lot. I mean, so many damn hand tools. And eventually I use a lot of it, but I've got it consolidated down now to where I know exactly what I need and I don't need, and what I use and I don't use, kind of thing. I got 3 generators. Actually, I got 4. One doesn't work. I got it stored somewhere else. Let's go look around real quick. Like I said, I got to keep this blower in here. So, and I got this little bench. This thing is really nice. And not only that, it's like a shelf too. It works real good for that. All right, let's get this strap back up so it don't go flying all over the place. The redneck Inn. Yes, it is. Pretty good, pretty good. Fencing's holding up. It's 7 years old. A little extra stack of construction material. And I got everything cleaned up too. That was the big thing I did last month. I came out here and restacked everything and brought it all over here and just made it a little bit more functional, cleaner. I still got to deal with all this wood from that deck job I did last week. Yes, the excavator, the last piece of big equipment I got, which is good. Like I said, I'm gonna hold on to this. It's too valuable, way too valuable. The once famous vegetable garden. Like I said, I'm out of the farming business. It's not worth it. Yep, not worth it. And what I got to do too is, like I said, I'm going to keep this 4-wheeler, but I got to make some repairs on it. And parts are hard to find. It's, you know, it's an older Polaris. I mean, if I did some digging around, I'll find parts, but you know, I got a flat tire on the Skag. It's all right. We'll get some fix a flat and just pump them up. No big deal. And the old John Deere, my 2020 Springdale. Looking good, looking good. The water collection system, of course, it's 3/4. This roof line works really, really well. It's very efficient. And I'll show you another little trick I did. The roof line on this little small house also feeds a lot of water too. So you see that piece of flashing right up there? It's just a big old chunk of flashing that'll throw water from the little house over to this roof, and see, it just goes that way and it dumps water on top of the roof, so it even throws more water. So there's a lot of area, a lot of roof area that this water tote is able to collect water from. So, and with that gutter all the way across, it works really well. It's a very efficient system. And you know what's funny about this? I haven't used this in a long time, a really long time. I think the last time I towed with this or used it was last year. Right now I just got a lot of equipment in it. A lot of stuff for power washing, really. Hoses and all kinds of different tools, but And my neighbor's place. Let's see how the cows are doing. Like I said, I haven't been out here in a month. Moo! What's up? Moo moo. Everybody's laying down on the job today, huh? You guys doing okay? Yeah. They're a trip. Yeah, they're a trip. But everything is, the one thing I did up here, I did my best this year to, when I started slimming everything down, and now I see the reason, a big reason why I did it, because I have no maintenance needs that in the wintertime out here, I used to have to do a whole bunch of crap, a whole bunch of stuff, because I had so much stuff out here that I was always dealing with problems, and now I don't have to deal with nothing. I come out here, take care of my equipment, you know, putting stuff in the van, taking stuff out of the van. The grass is cut, it's dormant right now, so I don't have to worry about it no more. And then all the general maintenance I did throughout the year now is, you know, cleaning everything up, organizing everything, now is paid off. Now I can just let the place sit for the whole winter and really not have to do anything, which I really like. Let's walk back here. I haven't been back here in a while. I do keep this part of the back 2 acres cut. The rest of this stuff here, you know, the wintertime takes care of most of it. Then it just becomes a bunch of tall, just basic sagebrush weeds. And you come back here with a weed eater and knock all this stuff down. Or I can just get a bush hog, you know, one of those billy goats, rent it for a day, and come back here and cut it all down. You can do it in about 5 hours. Yep. Nothing like being next to a bunch of cow shit. A lot of cow shit. Cow shit everywhere. See? Man. Oh well, what can you say? What can you do? It is farm country, right? This is farm country. Now we got a big weather system coming in Wednesday. I mean a big one. So there's going to be a lot of rain coming our way, and even I think tonight. It's coming across the East Coast right now. I mean, it's a big system. So the weather's going to change. It's going to get colder. Hopefully, because I'm telling you, man, it's 70 degrees. It's going to be, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:25 in the morning. And it's already like 64 degrees outside, man. It is warm. But, hell, there's probably snakes still running around out here that it's been so warm lately. But then we had 2 weeks of pretty damn cold weather, too. But still, not that much. It wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, when you get green grass like this is fescue. Okay, look at this. This is December. Crazy, man. Crazy. Plan B. Yep. A lot of years of working out here to get it to where, you know, this is manageable. You know, all you have to really do if you wanted to make this place nice and pretty again is just come back here and cut it. Hell, I could take my Skag lawnmower and pretty much cut all this stuff down. And this is the area where I buried all the trash that was back here for years and years and years. All that construction debris and shingles. Nothing will ever grow here. This is kind of what I call, this whole thing here is kind of a dead zone. So it's actually good to build on, pretty much. So you can see the shingles, they're coming back up through the ground a little bit. and which still, again, no big deal. It was better than what it was before when it was 4 foot high piles of trash back here. So much so that really, it was just horrible looking back here. But now the land is clean, it's predictable. You know, outside of just cutting these big damn weeds, there's no big deal. I moved my entire pile of rocks that I own that I was going to use for the foundation of a log cabin back here. And again, that's still not out of the question. It's not out of the question. I'm just not in the mood to do it. Let's say it that way, because this year, and I mean, I don't know if this holds true for a lot of people, but since basically a year and a half ago when this whole COVID thing started, I didn't know which way the business was really going to go, because I don't think anybody knew anything really. We were all blindsided by this, so I was busy already, but then I got so busy. The last year and a half has been pretty much hella whirlwind, because outside of maybe the 5 times that I went to the beach, I really haven't had a chance to do anything else. And it's good, because I'd rather have be busy when the business is there. I want it. You know, I want to be a part of that business, and I got my fair share this year, that's for sure. So what I did was I took all that money, and as you know, I bought that Mercedes-Benz on the profit that I made for 6 months of last year. And that's how I put a big chunk of money, $30,000 down on that van. It was just the money I made, the profit I made for 6 months. And so, you know, I went ahead and, you know, just took that sideline money and bought that van, and I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I bought that van. But this was the one thing that happened. Oh, look at this piece of metal. Yeah. You never know what you find out here, man. Never know. The realtor came out here for this other land over here. This land is still for sale. This 5.5 acres is still for sale over here. Now, the one thing I'll say is that they had this property marker. See, they had this property marker right there. Now, in reality, this property line goes over here. And they marked it. See, they marked it, and there's another flag up there. So, by them putting another one way over there, I think was a little, you know, it wasn't where it's supposed to be. Yeah, this is where it goes. Because that's that line that I even figured out where it was, right through there. But again, this land's still for sale. It's too much. It's a disaster. I mean, it's a major disaster over here. But, you know, so was mine. Mine was this bad. So if you don't mind dealing with this type, if you have the right equipment, you can bulldoze this whole place down in 5 days if you had the right equipment. You know, that ain't no big deal. But, excuse me, it's been up for sale for 2.5 years. So whatever happens, happens. Whoever buys it, buys it. You know, I got mine, my 4 acres, and as far as I'm concerned, I've got plenty of land out here. Because if I wanted to, again, and I want to use all this land back here, that is a ton of land. That's 2 acres right there that I have done nothing to except cleared it out, took all the debris, all the crap, all the trash, and cleaned up this area. It took me 5 years really to clean this land up in actual time. But I've been out here 7.5. In fact, I'll be going on my 8th year come January 1. 8 years, man. It's hard to believe I've owned this place that long. Then the creek, which is a perfect buffer zone because this is an easement that no one can build on. This is a watershed. So 60 feet, 30 feet over there, and 30 feet this way, nobody can build on it. And it'll never be able to be built on because this is a state-owned watershed, man. Now, one thing we do need is a good, strong rain to get this water moving again and clear out all these leaves. I mean, you can hear the water running, but we just had a big tree fall over there. You can see it across the creek there. Well, like I said, I haven't even been back here in 6 months. Okay, great. Let's go up to the top of the hill. I just had to bring you guys along back on the property because, hell, I haven't even seen it in a while. So you're seeing what I'm seeing. Now, a lot of people have questioned me about what my future plans are, and of course, as you know, I'm laying out some basic stuff like trying to find land at the beach, but that's becoming impossible. Literally, that's becoming impossible. The prices they want down there is insane. Absolutely insane. And then there's a lot of restrictions. Let's put it that way, that's probably the biggest thing, is all the restrictions. When you go to coastal land, you're bombarded by every regulation in the world. And I'm not into that, man. I want less regulation. That's why when I bought this place, it was all about, you know, how much freedom do I have out here? And in reality, I've got a lot of freedom. Do what I want. I can shoot guns out here, hunt on my own land, and build what I want to build within reason. And, you know, it's all good, bro. It's all good. You can see everything needs to be cut. I'm being slack, lazy, but then I sold my tractor from a bush hog, which if that was all it was ever doing out here, that's too much equipment, too expensive of equipment to just cut grass a couple times a year. You know what I'm saying? See, there's a lot of land back here. A lot. And I've had several people on my channel try to buy this off me, and guess what? Not for sale. Not the way this world is going. Crazy, crazy world we live in. Crazy people. Crazy, just everybody has gone crazy. Of course, you guys haven't. You're the smartest bunch of folks I know. But every time I screw up or do something stupid, you let me know real fast, don't you? Thanks. I do appreciate that. And my other big tree. Still have no idea what the hell it is. But it's a hardwood, that's for sure. It's big around. Damn thing, like I said, pretty big damn tree. But my black walnut tree is, of course, the largest tree out here besides the 4 poplars that I have at the creek. I got some down there at Monsters. The neighbor's trash is blowing over here again, but there's my black walnut tree, and it's healthy. As you can tell, this is a big boy here. This thing here is worth some money. Look at the size of this monster. Yeah. What? Oh, so you guys decided to come over and talk to me, huh? How's it going, bud? What's happening? You doing all right? Yeah. Doing all right? Yeah, that's my boy, yeah. Don't be licking on my camera. Don't be licking on my camera. I think he licked my camera. Hope it didn't turn fuzzy. We got another baby. What's up, guys? How's it going? There's the big boy right there. Hey, what's happening? See these, they're friendly. Yeah, oh, I know. Don't be slobbering on me. Don't be slobbering on me. Come on over here. Let me scratch that nose. Scratch that nose. Yep, you doing all right? Can I get a big moo? Huh? Can I get a big moo out of you? Anyway, that's my neighbors. They have to keep these two separated because he's the male. Funny, huh? These are all females. Jersey heifers or something like that, they call them. And look how they rank in size. They keep getting smaller and smaller until you get to this little guy. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Yep. My neighbors. I'd rather have these neighbors, some of the human neighbors I have. It's funny. You know, I get to the point sometimes when I'm in the city, when I'm in Raleigh, I really hate being there because the types of people are just, you know, everybody has a unique personality. Let's just put it that way. Oh my God. Everybody has their little quirks, their little hang-ups, their little whatevers. And I don't get involved in that shit. Let me tell you something. I stay away from it as much as I possibly can because I already know what the end result is. It's nothing but drama. I don't like drama. Never have, never will. Oh yeah. Don't like drama. I like to have a consistent, you know, predictable, structured lifestyle. And, you know, it's easier to deal with every single day when you know what the score is and you know what's happening. And there's not a bunch of crazy people in your life and in your world. That's why I've never been real big on family. Because guess who causes the biggest amount of damn drama and pain and suffering? I'll give you one guess. Family. And that was the other thing that we were talking about, is my mom didn't tell me she's going back to Germany. But I already knew it was going to happen one day because I just found out from one of my half-sisters that my sister from Germany came down and basically bitched my mother out and said, you are selling this house and you are getting the hell out of the United States and you're coming back to Germany, whether you like it or not. And she finally caved in. Plus two, one of my half-sisters said that being my mom was in her about 87, she was 87 years old, she was starting to get a case of dementia. So that I didn't know. You know, but it's the girls. In my world, it's all girls. And, you know, they keep to themselves. They do their own thing. I'm the black sheep of the family. You know, always have been. About every 5 to 10 years, I pop in and say hello, and how's it going, and what's up, and see you later. That's just how I am. Just how I roll, man. I can't explain it. It's been like that all my life. I get bored, I start moving. I start going. Start trying to search for new stuff, new things to do. Even out here, you have to understand, I poured the last 7 years, 8 years of my life into this place. And it's right now at a point where it's so manageable and so absolutely cheap to keep that it would be stupid for me to do anything else with this place. Because the second I build out here and start pulling permits and inspectors start coming out here and doing this, doing that, all that, the amount of money that you'd have to spend to build a house out here is the same amount of money that I owe on the house I currently own. So financially speaking, God, man, the numbers don't make sense. And I know you can say, well, you can always build something cheaper, but there's no way you can build cheap these days. No way. Because I would still have to hire a general contractor whether I want to or not. I would still have to hire a general contractor whether I want to or not. Because they would have to do all the site and prep work. And then, since I'm not going to go full retirement, I'm still going to run my business. It would be silly to be an hour away in a place that is an internet dead zone and basically a cell phone dead zone. There's nothing out here, man. We're on the backside of the county. And all those services quite haven't reached here. Yeah, I could probably have it all brought in, but at what price? Then when you start talking numbers and looking at the reality of that, then the cost effectiveness of the whole transition from Raleigh to out here is insane. So the mentality for me was to just go ahead and build everything out here from scrap, salvage, Craigslist, estate sales, yard sales, anything I can get my hands on the last 7 years, and that's what I did. So I put enough money into the place to build the basic infrastructure, and then I did my best to keep the taxes wicked low. Like I've told you guys, I only pay $400 a year out here for all this. That's it. There is no other bill. There's no other bill. Big party area. That was the concept I was going on, was just to build me a place out here to where when I want to throw a party or want to get wild and redneck, I got some place to go. Or if the world completely goes ape shit, I got a place to go. I don't have to rely on the city for anything. And that's the beauty of this whole thing, is I don't have to rely on the city. Especially if you got your infrastructure, your preps, and everything already done. All my preps are done, man. If I start prepping anymore, it's overkill. And then what am I prepping for? That's the thing you got to ask yourself when you prep. All these other preppers out there, and God bless you guys, because there's a lot of you guys on my channel. And I'll tell you this, and this is the truth. We here in the United States, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but here in the United States, no matter how dysfunctional the government is and how stupid they can be sometimes and how much money they spend on worthless bullshit, you know, the United States really will just kind of keep on hobbling along, man. Just the way we always have for all these years. I know we're one of the youngest nations, but the bottom line is that we have a foundation that's better than anybody else's in the world. A political system that might be a little weird, a little screwed up, you know, sometimes don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, but it still works. May not work for everybody, but it works for the majority. And for the minorities and all the other people out there, everybody still has the same ability to make a life for themselves. Here's what I'll end on. If you've never lived in a third world country, and if you've never lived overseas, and you've never actually lived on another country's economy, do not talk to me about how unfortunate or how I don't even know what to tell you, inequity and all this shit. You have no idea. Let me say it this way. If you were in another country and you had the ability to buy this 4 acres, set up just like this, I don't care if it was Africa, South America, Asia, China, Russia, all the Canada, Canada might be an exception, but they're expensive up there too, but very liberal. But if you had the ability to buy this place and put all this together and buy the land for $10,000 with no restrictions, and you could build and do and farm and do anything you want, you'd be considered a millionaire, a king. You know what I'm saying? In other countries, you had this land, you would be considered, especially Asia. If you go there or Central America and try to own your own land, farm it without political intervention, without a bunch of thieves and murderers and cartels and all these different damn problems that you deal with the locals, and a depressed economy, no way to get money, no matter how, you can't find jobs, there's just nothing going on. You can't make any money. You would be a king. But out here, in the way the United States is, all they consider you is strange. A redneck, some hermit that's living out in the woods, in a shack. I'm living in a shack. It's called a shed. That's a legal shed because it's under 400 square feet. But that house right there, that little house right there, almost anywhere else in the world, anywhere, you thought you just bought a castle. So I'm gonna leave you on this. Count your blessings every single day. Because if you live in the United States and you don't appreciate it, it's not a us problem, it's a you problem. That's right, a you problem, not us. Enjoy your lives. You know what to do. Leave those comments. Smash the bell for future notifications. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. Share, like, and all that other stuff. The stuff that YouTube pays me for. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay blessed. Tom out of here.